Hi everybody, Scott Cunningham with Cunningham Realty. Thanks for taking the time to stop in and watch this video. We're going to talk a little bit about today is about sellers and how do you establish a price for selling a home? Well, there's a couple different ways to do it every once in a while, and we see this very rarely. Once every couple of years, we'll run into somebody who will have a house appraised before they put it on the market. And that certainly can be helpful. It doesn't mean that you're going to get that particular price. There's still going to be people out there that are going to offer you more. More people are going to offer you less. Some people are going to hit it right on the head. But in most situations, what happens is get a hold of a realtor, and obviously we hope it's us, and have that realtor come in and take a look at the house and do some research on it and come up with what's called a CMA, a competitive marketing analysis. And a realtor is going to come up with a number. And actually, with us, we're not going to tell you an exact number. We're going to give you a price range. We're going to come look at it. We're going to say, okay, we think it's worth between here and here. And then as a seller, you can pick out the price that you want to pick. Some people will pick out something in that range somewhere. Some people will go lower. Some people will go higher. But again, as realtors, part of our job is to be honest with you. We have a fiduciary duty to put your wants and needs ahead of any others, including ourselves. And we're going to do our best to help establish a price that is going to help you get your house sold. Now, what we run into quite often, well, we see it a lot less now than what we used to. In the last 5-6 years, we don't see it quite as often. But again, we'll give somebody a price range and say, okay, we think it's between here and here. And they'll go, okay, let's list it at this price. They'll list it at $25,000, $50,000 above. And they'll go, well, let's just see if we can hit a home run. Well, it doesn't make a lot of sense, because even if you had somebody offer you that, if it's way above what we did with our competitive marketing analysis, our CMA, the house probably is not going to appraise for that, because you got to remember that probably around here, probably 90% of the homes up here, they're going to need an appraisal done. And the appraisers use the same information that we realtors do. We take a look at homes that are similar, and they call them comps, comparable homes that have sold. We're going to look at comps that have sold fairly close to the same area within a reasonable amount of time, within the last year, preferably within the last 6 months. And we're going to come up with the same figures. So even if we think it's worth between $250 and $275, if you get somebody that offers $300, it's probably not going to appraise. So an appraisal, we talk about that in another video, so you can certainly check that out. So again, does it hurt to list a price high? And a lot of times, in the majority of the times, it does. Because what happens is your house sits on the market, it sits there and sits there and sits there. And then sooner or later, you drop the price $5,000 or $10,000, and it sits there for longer, and then you drop the price again. And then sooner or later, you hopefully get to the right price. Well, the problem is that buyers know what they're doing. And they're going to look at it, and they're going to go, geez, I see this house been on the market for 60 days, 75 days. I wonder why it hasn't sold. All of a sudden, they got all this stuff going in their house about how the house is terrible, and it's jinxed, and it's a bad place, and blah, blah, blah. And really, probably it's a beautiful house, but just was priced too high. And so, pricing your home properly is the most sense, because you get better offers, you get quicker offers, you get more offers. In a great scenario is you get the house on the market, it's been on the market for a relatively short amount of time, and you receive 2, 3, 4, or even more offers. And that's only going to happen with competitive pricing, with pricing it right. Appreciate you taking the time to watch this. If you got any questions, give me a call or shoot me a text, 715-296-7557. Check out our new website, www.teamcunninghamwi.com. If you haven't done so, please give this video, like it, give it a thumbs up. Please share it. That would be great. And if you would do us one other real big favor, go onto our YouTube channel and subscribe to it. If you would subscribe to our channel, that would be great. It gives us the opportunity to get these videos out to more people, and then more people can watch them, and hopefully they find them informative and help them out. So again, appreciate you taking the time. Thanks very much. Hope you have a great day. Bye now.